providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal? To bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
Good evening and welcome to Lamar's here tonight for this softball game, as we have South O'Brien hosting Lamar's Gehlen Catholic, but this game, like I mentioned, is in Lamar's here tonight.
This is Cheyenne Mortensen from J&K Insurance and Real Estate in Cherokee. Home and farm insurance is by.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
Community agency knows the internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest internet speeds available. Contact TCA, connect to the speed you need, and enjoy the ride.
On average, could earn 50 cents per bushel difference. Take advantage of early harvest and savings with GSI on-farm drying, making a profitable difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line. That's the GSI difference. Give CS Agro Service in Calumet a call today at 712-446-2350.
Good evening, Kyle Jorgensen here for KCHE Sports. Thanks for joining us here tonight from Lamar's, as we have South O'Brien hosting Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. Yes, that is right, Lamar's Gehlen Catholic here, the visiting team on their home field tonight, as Paulina got dumped on for rain earlier here today. So South O'Brien, the home team here in Lamar's, taking on Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. Postseason matchup here tonight, as both these teams a little bit of a struggle this year on the field here for this Class 1A Region 1 first round action. Lamar's Gehlen Catholic coming in with a 6 and 18 record, and South O'Brien with a 9 and 16 overall record on the year. South O'Brien, of course, coached by Heather Struve, and new coach this year for Lamar's Gehlen Catholic, Victoria Smithson coaching. So South O'Brien, the home team, out taking the warm-ups here. Lamar's Gehlen Catholic warm-ups already completed here tonight. Should be a good night of softball action. These two teams should be fairly well matched here as we look at the numbers here throughout the season. But they did play each other back in June 7th. I guess it still technically is June. Tomorrow, July 1st. But South O'Brien defeated Lamar's Gehlen Catholic 11-6 back on June 7th. So a 5-run victory there for the Wolverines. Just their one matchup that they did play each other this year. But both teams coming in struggling here so far. The last 5 games for each one of them have not been real great here, as South O'Brien was defeated by Cherokee 13-11, Sioux Central 14-4. They did defeat Hartley Melvin Sanborn 6-3 on the 26th. Played a doubleheader and split with them that day. Lost to them also 7-5, and lost Kingsley Pearson 12-7. And Gehlen Catholic, kind of the same thing. Lost to Hinton 3-1 in a close game. Hinton a pretty good team, but lost to Unity Christian 7-1. lost to Remsen St. Mary's 12-0, lost to Kingsley Pearson 13-5, and West Monona 11-1. But a lot of things can change as the season has gone on here. Definitely things can change as we go about the course of the season, so you never know what tonight might bring. Just because South O'Brien did win that game earlier on in the year doesn't mean that, of course, it could be an easy victory by tonight for any standards. So we'll go ahead and take another break here. We'll come back in 2 minutes, and we'll hear the starting lineups for tonight's game. Thanks for joining us here on KCHE FM 92.1 for tonight's action. Of course, on AM 1440, you'll be hearing MMCRU and Alta Araya in softball action as well. We'll be back here in 2 minutes on KCHE Classic Hits 92.1 FM. Double H Transport is a trucking company located.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, three-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders. You're gonna love the view.
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right. Whether you need bedroom furniture or are looking for decorations to make your home feel more like a home, check out Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Snooks carries a large selection of chairs, recliners, sofas, dressers, and more, with the individual customer service to help you find what works best for you.
Please consider the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids on your way anyway and online at snooks1.com.
Family Health provides safe, effective.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the work. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
AgriVision Equipment and ExactEmerge planter technology is here to help you maximize your yield and efficiency, along with a proven 8 bushel per acre yield advantage because of the pinpoint accuracy of seed depth and placement. You can cover 50 acres per hour without compromising your stand. We know the risk of planting outside the optimal planting window, so don't let the weather control your bottom line. When you partner with AgriVision Equipment, you get access to the best service and technology support in the area. And visit any one of our 15 locations today to learn more about our large selection of new and used planters. AgriVision Equipment, focused on your future.
Welcome back to Lamar's here as South O'Brien infield is complete as we're getting closer to the first pitch of the evening here. First pitch set to tip off here right around 7 o'clock here from Lamar's. Once again, Polina had a lot of rain today, so softball game was moved here to Lamar's, and gracious to have Lamar's host this game tonight, Class 1A Region 1 first round action here. And like I mentioned earlier, we'll have on AM 1440 is MMCRU taking on Alta Araya. So you can tune into that game over there. That will be with Tim Holmes. And you'll hear, like I said, South O'Brien taking on Lamar's Gehlen Catholic here in Lamar's. So umpires are here. That's a good sign. And heading out to exchange the lineups out here. Brian Bodie looks like will be the home plate umpire here tonight. Let's run through these starting lineups here. We'll go for the visiting team, Lamar's Gehlen Catholic, first here tonight. And the Jays, once again, 6-18 on the season, coached by Victoria Smithson. She'll lead off with Larissa Poland, a .472 batter. She'll play third base. Aspen Mosher will play center field, batting .200 on the season. Batting third, Isabel Lammer. She's the first baseman, batting .233. Haley Wallenbach, hopefully I'm saying that name right. Wallenbach is the catcher. She's batting fourth, batting .200. Emerson Smith, she plays second base, batting .200. McKenna Langle, the designated player, batting .230. Addison Coates, 185. She's the pitcher here tonight. We'll get a little bit more stats there on her coming up. Following her will be Kennedy Sitzman, just an 8th grader, batting .250, playing shortstop. Ellie Arns in right field, batting .154, batting 9th. And then the flex player tonight is Grace Gehlen, a freshman, and she plays left field. So let's look at the pitcher here, Addison Kuntz for Gehlen Catholic. And let's see what she's done on the season here. She has started 12 games, has a 3-12 record, pitched 78 innings on the season, has a 7.03 ERA that she gives up. Opponent batting average .293 on the season for her. So that is Gehlen Catholic's starting lineup there. For the home team, South O'Brien, kind of weird to say that here as we're sitting in the Mars, but South O'Brien, the home team here once again. Heather Struve, the head coach for the Wolverine softball team, and they are 9-16 on the season. So for South O'Brien, they'll be led off with Carly Warnicki, a senior, playing right field, .329 batting average. Another senior, Peyton Farquhar, plays second base, .325 average. Maddie Johnson, first baseman, .419 average, plays first base. Ginger Neuenhouse, the catcher, .462 batting cleanup. Alyssa Van Beek, center fielder, batting 5th in the lineup, .274 hitter. Marissa Ebel, playing left field, batting .160. Brooklyn Edwards, the designated player, .276 hitter. Brooklyn has come on in relief quite a bit here for starting pitcher Shay Hadding. So she's the designated player tonight. That's Brooklyn Edwards. Reese Farquhar, playing third base, .239 batter. And then Abby Nelson, the shortstop here tonight. She's the batting 9th in the lineup, batting .146, and then Shay Hadding is the pitcher. South O'Brien bats .290 as a team. Let's take a look at Shay Hadding's stats here as the pitcher for South O'Brien. And Shay has a 6-9 record, has started 22 games, 4.94 ERA that she has given up on the season, and opponent batting average .258. The kind of what gets her in trouble a little bit is the walks. 91 walks here on the season and 22 games started. So quite a few walks there per game, a little over four walks a game for Shay. Just in 90, she's pitched 90 innings, so it tells you right there she averages about a walk per inning there. All right, so that is your starting lineup here from the Mars as South O'Brien and Gehlen Catholic getting ready to go. We'll take another break. We'll be back here shortly. Thanks for joining us here on Classic Hits for softball action. Lamar's Gehlen Catholic taking on South O'Brien here at home.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgard, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Primgar Chiropractic Clinic. Aching to see us? Neck pain, arm and leg pain, auto accidents, back pain, sports injuries, chronic pain, headaches, work injuries, and arthritis. Dr. Heather Eink can help patients of all ages get an adjustment to get their alignment in place. And there's a licensed massage therapist as well. And therapy services like ultrasound, muscle stem, and cold laser. Ask about foot levelers for orthotics. Find Primgar Chiropractic Clinic on Facebook and call for an appointment today.
A good bank can be much more than just the place you cash your checks. Savings Bank of Primgar has been serving farmers and small businesses for over 125 years, providing their customers with minimal fees, superior customer service, and the dependability that you just can't get from the big banks. Visit Savings Bank of Primgar today, where you're more than just a name, or visit them online to see what they can do for you.
I'll lead things off here. South O'Brien, once again, was supposed to have a home game, but here on the road in Lamar's, taking on Lamar's Gehlen Catholic, as Polina had a lot of rain today. Thanks for joining us here tonight, KCHA Classic Hits and Fuller Digital Solutions. Thanks to all of our sponsors from both sides that allow us to do these games. So we're getting ready for the national anthem here, and during that time, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back here with your first pitch. Thanks for joining us. Back in 1 minute here on KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Are you looking for a dependable grain market?
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion, great selection of gifts, and we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday, and let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price, and it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
You stay in the black, capturing futures, carry in.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game. The score of any game is generally forgotten over time,
but the actions of players, coaches, and fans are remembered.
Sportsmanship is an attitude that can have a positive influence on everyone around you, in the stands and on the court.
How do you want to be remembered?
Support your team positively
and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game. And enjoy the game.
Again, that number for Double H Transport is 712-260-8434. Welcome back to Lamar's national anthem underway, or completed here, I should say, and here we go. We are getting ready for a softball action. Shay Hadding out there on the mound for South O'Brien. Ginger Newenhouse, the catcher, getting their warm-up tosses in, and behind the plate here tonight, umpire is Brian Bodie. So it looks like we are ready to rock and roll. Thanks again to all of our sponsors that allow us to do these broadcasts. And I'll update the score here a lot for you here tonight, so those watching on Fuller Digital Solutions will know that too. But top the first inning, and the visiting team, Lamar's Gehlen Catholic, coming to bat here. Right-handed batter, Larissa Poland, 472 batter, third baseman. Going to lead things off here for Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. First pitch from Hadding, swung on right back to Hadding. This will be an easy start, and one pitch, one out. As she grounds out to Hadding, and she throws it over to Maddie Johnson. So one up, one down here in softball action. Aspen Mosher coming up now. Center fielder here, 200 batter. It turned out to be a pretty pleasant day here in the 70s, but it is sure humid after this rain came through. A little rain shower here in Lamar's as well. So one up, one down. First pitch is going to be a strike to the second place batter in the lineup here, Aspen Mosher. So 0-1 here to Aspen Mosher. Infield that is playing in here for South O'Brien, this lefty slap type hitter. And next pitch is going to be low and outside, 1-1. South O'Brien, black pants, white tops, black lettering, and Lamar's Gehlen Catholic green tops, white lettering, and white pants. So Aspen back in, left-handed batter, ready for the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, a little bit higher up in the zone there. And 1-2 now is the count to her top the first inning. 1 out here from Lamar's. Gehlen Catholic, the visiting team, batting here in the top of the first inning. 1-2 pitch coming up to Aspen. It's going to be low and outside. Going to even the count out here. 2-2. Shea Hadding once again the pitcher on the mound for South O'Brien. Reese Farquhar playing in far there at third base yet. And strike 3 swinging. So a strikeout for Hadding as she strikes out Aspen Mosier. And it's 2 outs now. So 2 up, 2 down for South O'Brien to start off this top of the first inning. It's going to bring up Isabel Lammers, the first baseman for the Jays. Batting .233 on the season, right-handed batter. Choking up on the bat. She's in the box, ready to go. First pitch in is a strike from Hadding. Hadding throwing strikes here in this first inning. That is the key for her, that she can keep the ball over the plate and throw those strikes. So 0-1 count here to Lammers. 2 outs, top the first inning. South O'Brien out on defense. And tried the change up there. That one came in a little bit low. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Lammers, the first baseman. 1-1 count to her. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That one was lower in the zone, but she took a rip at it. Was Lammers up there. So Hadding gets ahead here 1-2 to Isabel Lammers. Top the first inning, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and strike 3 swinging. A good first inning there for Shea Hadding on the mound. She gets 2 strikeouts, no runners on after half inning complete. Score is 0-0 yet. We'll head to the bottom of the first, back in 1 minute here on KCHA Classic Hits, 92.1 FM and Fuller Digital Solutions.
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
All right, welcome back here to Lamar's. South O'Brien, the home team, coming to bat here, bottom of the first inning, 0-0 our score. They'll be led off by a left-handed batter, Carly Warnicki, playing right field. Carly bats .329 on the season. First pitch in is a strike as Addie Kuntz fires in a strike for Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. So 0-1 count here to Carly Warnicki. Left-handed batter back in the box. So 1 pitch coming in, going to be high. It's going to even the count out here, 1-1, as that pitch gets over the catcher back to the backstop there. Hallie Wallenbach just not able to get to that one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Kuntz fires. Warnicki fouls it right back towards where I was sitting. The fence just high enough there to grab that one. So now it's 1-2 is the count. South O'Brien, like I mentioned, a .290 team batting average. So they do get on base quite a bit. 1-2 pitch coming into Warnicki. And just high, I think. That was a close pitch. Brian Bodie behind the plate flinched there just a little bit. It's going to even the count out. 2-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2 pitch. Swung at that one. That was almost the same pitch, I thought. Fouls that back to the fence. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0. Gehlen Catholic went down 1-2-3 in the first. South O'Brien first at bat here in this ball game in girls softball action. 2-2 pitch. It's hit the left field, and nice running catch by the left fielder. She had to go to her right out there. That was a good catch. Grace Kellen So a fly out there, and 1 up, 1 down. Good at bat for Warnicki, but ends up with an out. It's going to bring up Peyton Farquhar, second baseman, 325 batter, right-handed batter for the Wolverines. Farquhar swings at the first pitch. He hits it deep to left field. Left fielder came in. It gets over her head, and Farquhar is going to get to second base with a double. So I don't know if the left fielder just didn't see it right away. She's looking right into the sun. That could be the case, but a double as Farquhar swings at the first pitch and hits it to left field. So South O'Brien with a runner on second base here in the bottom of the first inning with 1 out. It's going to bring up their third place batter, Maddie Johnson, 419 batter, right-handed batter. She hits it hard the first pitch, center field. That's going to go over her head. So back-to-back pitches with the ball going over the outfielder's head, and another double for the Wolverines. So an RBI double for Maddie Johnson, and back-to-back double scores a run. It's 1-0 here now in the bottom half of this first inning. South O'Brien leading Gehlen Catholic 1 out. It's going to bring up Ginger Neuenhaus, the catcher, 462 batter. Ginger in the box. She swings at the first pitches and fouls it back behind her. So 0-1 to Ginger Neuenhaus. Maddie Johnson on second for South O'Brien. 1 out. 1 run in. 1-0. The 0-1 pitch coming to Ginger is a changeup low and in the dirt. And the catcher's going to look Maddie Johnson back as she got a good lead off second base. That's Wallen back behind the plate for Gehlen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ginger Neuenhaus. She hits it down the third base, and third baseman almost had it and knocked it down, and it got away from the bag just a little bit. The third baseman tagged the bag, but it wasn't a force out, so Johnson is safe at third. And Neuenhaus reaches there on the fielder's choice. Boy, that was some gutsy base running there from Johnson as that ball was hit right down the third baseline. So 2 runners on now for South O'Brien, and Kelsey Warnicki going to run for Ginger Neuenhaus at first base. So a courtesy runner for the catcher. That's going to move South O'Brien to their 5th place batter, Alyssa Van Beek, the center fielder, 274 batter. South O'Brien with quite a few seniors on this team. 1 out here, 2 runners on. Van Beek squares the bunt, takes a strike, and that was just to get Kelsey Warnicki down to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Anything hit to the outfield should score a run for sure, maybe 2. So 0-1 to Alyssa Van Beek. 1 run in here, 1 out. And another strike. So 0-2 here. That one a little bit upper part of the zone. Van Beek didn't want much to do with that one. So 1 run in, bottom of the first inning. 0-2 count to Van Beek. 0-2 pitch. That's hit down the right field line. That's going to go foul. Good contact on that, just a little bit behind. And if she straightens that one out down the line, that one's trouble. Bottom of this first inning, South O'Brien, Carly Warnicki led things off with the fly out, and then Farquhar had a double. Johnson had a double. Neuenhaus reach, and here we go. And Van Beek strikes out looking. Perfect pitch there from Kuntz on the mound. Gets a strikeout. So 2 runners on yet for South O'Brien with 2 outs. And that is going to bring up Marissa Ebel, the left fielder, 160 average on the season. Ebel ready. Takes a ball. Maybe just a little bit low, but it looked like it crossed the plate there. So 1-0 to Marissa Ebel. Maddie Johnson on third. Kelsey Warnicki on second. She swings and fouls it back. Just right to the catcher. Just staying right there in that vicinity. Just got a piece of that one. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Marissa Ebel. Right-handed batter for South O'Brien. 2 outs, 2 runners on here in the bottom of the first inning. She hits out to center field. She hit it well, and the center fielder gets over her head. She came in first again, and Ebel's going to have a double, and 2 runs are going to come in to score, so a 2 RBI double for Marissa Ebel. And South O'Brien, when they have connected, they have hit the ball quite well. So 3 runs in here now for South O'Brien in this bottom of the first inning. There is 2 outs on the scoreboard. Ebel brings in Maddie Johnson and Kelsey Warnicki on that double. Ebel is at second base. So outfielders being fooled a little bit. Ball's going over their head. That's going to bring up Brooklyn Edwards, a designated player for South O'Brien. Edwards, 276 batter, batting 7th in the lineup for South O'Brien. Right-handed batter. Backup pitcher for the Wolverines. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and cut, and she's going to miss that one. It's going to even the count out 1-1. Coach Struve giving some instruction down there at third base for Edwards. On the swing there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 3 runs in. Here's the 1-1. It's a change up low and in the dirt. So far, Kuhn's been off on that changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Good inning for South O'Brien, 3 runs in. Edwards back in the box ready. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Is a ball. 3-1. Once again, Brian Bodie behind the plate for umpire duties here. Does a good job back there. Brooklyn Edwards back in the box, ready to go here, 3-1 count. Takes a strike, that one right down the pipe. That's going to go to a full count there. Just 1 runner on for South O'Brien on second base is Marissa Ebel, so she'll see what happens with the pitch here. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And that's hit deep to center field. It's going to fall in for another hit. Nice job by the center fielder collecting that one. Solid hit up the middle. Ebel comes in to score, and Edwards on first base. So South O'Brien having a good first inning here at the plate. That is going to bring up Brooklyn Edwards. All right, Freeze Farquhar, 239 batter, right-handed batter in, takes ball 1. Brooklyn Edwards on first base for South O'Brien. 2 outs here in this bottom of the first inning. South O'Brien's had their games where they've really put the runs up, and they've had games where, it's been high scoring both ways, but good first inning here to start things off. Farquhar grounds the third baseman fires the first, and she's out. 5-3 put out. That's going to end the inning as Larissa Poland threw out over there to first base to Isabel Lammers. But South O'Brien does get 4 runs in off of 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So 4 runs in, 4 hits for South O'Brien. Back in 1 minute here on KCHE FM 92.1 and Fuller Digital Solutions.
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
The community agency knows the internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest internet speeds available. Contact TCA. Connect to the speed you need and enjoy the ride.
When it comes to snow removal, call Double F Enterprises today at 712-348-1306. Good luck to the South O'Brien Wolverines in today's contest from Double F Enterprises. All right, welcome back to Lamar's inning number 2. South O'Brien leading Lamar's Gehlen Catholic 4-0 here in softball action. Leading off is the catcher, Hallie Wallenbach for Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. She swings and fouls one back, so it is 0-1 to Hallie. 0-1 pitch to Hallie. Swings again, big rip at it, misses, and it's 0-2. Shea Hadding had a great first inning for South O'Brien on the mound with a ground out and 2 strikeouts, and now gets ahead to the the first leadoff batter, the 4th place batter in the lineup, Hallie Wallenbach. 0-2, 0-2 pitch. Tried the changeup, and nice job by Hallie just getting a piece of that one and fouling it back. Definitely throws you off there a little bit. with that changeup. Thanks to Plano Body Shop for being our scoreboard sponsor here on Fuller Digital Solutions. I will save the score and update it here a lot tonight, so I will do my best to keep you updated. As I'm one-man team here tonight. 1-2 now to Hallie Wallenbach, the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the second inning, 4-0. South O'Brien leading. No outs. Leadoff batter for the Jays. Swings and misses, strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout already for Hatting. And 1 out here in the top of the second inning. That's going to bring up Emerson Schmidt for Gehlen Catholic, the second baseman. Bats .230 on the season, right-handed batter. She is ready to go. So 1 out in the top of the second inning. Is a ball high. 1 ball, no strikes to Emerson Smith, the second place batter here in the lineup here in this top of the second inning. 4-0. South O'Brien leading. Scored 4 in that bottom of the first inning. 1-0 pitch, going to be low in the dirt. So 2-0 now to Emerson Schmidt. Should be followed by McKenna Langle, the designated player. So 2-0 to Emerson Schmidt. 1 out here in this top of the second inning. Hatting on the mound, ready to fire into her catcher. 2-0 pitch. Fouled off to the side, and a nice running catch by Maddie Johnson. Had her range quite a bit to her left, and just able to get there. Didn't think she was going to get that one off the bat, and Maddie smiling big down there at first base for South O'Brien. So 2 outs now. McKenna Langle, the catcher, batting, or excuse me, the designated player batting. First pitch in there to Langle is going to be high. So Hatting falls behind here. 1-0 to McKenna Langle. The top of the second inning, South O'Brien leading 4-0, 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. High again, 2-0 now to Langle. Jays looking for their first base runner here on the night. 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the second inning. 2-0 to Langle. She fouls that towards the South O'Brien dugout, towards the first base side. A little behind that there. So 2 balls, 1 strike. South O'Brien, like I mentioned, scored 4 in the first, so they're leading here 4-0 in this top of the second inning, in case you're just joining us. 2-1 pitch coming in. That's fouled up. It's going to go back to the bleachers and off the fans' hands there. It's going to even the count out 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the second inning. 4-0 is our score. South O'Brien leading Gehlen Catholic. 2-2 pitch coming in to McKenna Langle from Hatting. Strike 3, gets her swinging. That's 4 strikeouts already for Hatting on the mound. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Our score remains 4-0 as Gehlen Catholic goes down 1-2-3. Back in 1 minute. KCHE Classic Hits and Fuller Digital Solutions.
The health and wellness of your family is likely your number one.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, 3-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders. You're gonna love the view.
Big store selection with small town service. Yes, that's right. Whether you need bedroom furniture or are looking for decorations to make your home feel more like a home, check out Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids. Snooks carries a large selection of chairs, recliners, sofas, dressers, and more, with the individual customer service to help you find what works best for you.
Please consider the original Snooks Carpet and Furniture in Sioux Rapids on your way anyway and online at snooks1.com.
So Abby Nelson comes out swinging here in this bottom of the second inning, the 9th place batter in the lineup. Shortstop for South O'Brien fouls it right down the third base slide. So 0-1 to Abby Nelson. Coons on the mound for Gehlen Catholic. Hallie Wallenbach behind the plate for the Jays. 0-1 pitch is a strike to Nelson. So 0-2 to Abby Nelson. shortstop. Bats .146 on the season for South O'Brien. Bottom of the second inning, South O'Brien leading 4-0. 0-2 pitch. Tried the changeup just inside. Everyone kind of froze and waited for that one, even the batter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the second inning. South O'Brien, the home team on the scoreboard, even though we're playing in Lamar's. And the 1-2 pitch is going to be low. 2-2 now. Nelson will be followed by Carly Warnicki and Peyton Farquhar. So count's going to even out here. 2-2 here to Abby Nelson. South O'Brien right-handed batter. Swings at it. Hits the base. And it hit the base, but it hit the orange part of the bag. That first base, has that orange protective side with it so the runner doesn't run into the first baseman. But man, that was close to a hit, but just foul. So 2-2 is the count yet here as Nelson steps back in for South O'Brien. 2-2 pitch. It's going to be popped up to left field, and that's going to be foul as it falls in over the head. A ways to run out there was the left fielder, Grace Gehlen for Gehlen Catholic. So Nelson staying alive up there, a little bit ahead of that one. She's probably glad that was foul. That was hit higher in the air and probably would have been an out. So count remains here 2-2 to leadoff batter Abby Nelson in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 pitch. It's going to be high. So a full count here to Abby Nelson. She is a pretty fast runner, so if she gets on base, always a threat to steal. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Nelson. Swings at it right back to the pitcher. Should be an easy play. And an underhand toss over to first base. 1-3 put out as Kuntz fires over to her first baseman Lammers. So 1-3 put out, 1 out. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with Carly Warnicki. She flew out to left field her first at bat. Left-handed batter for South O'Brien. Likes to use her speed. She swings at the first pitch. And she's way ahead of that one. Fouls it into the South O'Brien dugout on that first base side of things. So bottom of the second inning, there is 1 out. South O'Brien leads Gehlen Catholic 4-0 here in softball action. 0-1 pitch coming up here to Carly Warnicki. She swings again, misses. Good rip at it, but misses that time. And is now 0-2. To Carly Warnicki. Once again on AM 1440, we have MMCRU taking on Alta Araya with Tim Holmes. 0-2 pitch, change up, going to be high. Big smile there from Addie Kuntz, the pitcher after that one. Tried the change up, but came in high. So 1-2 now to Carly Warnicki. 1-2 pitch, strike 3 looking. So backwards K here in the scorecard for Addie Kuntz. And 2 up, 2 down. This bottom of the second going better for the Jays here on defense, and that's going to bring up Peyton Farquhar. 325 batter here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. South O'Brien leading 4-0. Scored 4 in that bottom of the first inning. Farquhar had a double to left field. 1-0 to Peyton Farquhar. Bottom of the second inning, 2 outs. 1-0 pitch, going to be low to Peyton. So 2-0 now to Peyton Farquhar. We can mention we are in the bottom of the second inning. South O'Brien, the home team. Gehlen Catholic, the visiting team. As a lot of rain in Polina today. Move locations of this game. This is going to be hit high to right field. Right fielder has it. 1-2-3 inning for the Jays as South O'Brien goes down in order. Nice catch by Ellie Arns. We'll be back in 1 minute here on KCHE Classic Hits and Fuller Digital Solutions for the top of the third inning.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
AgriVision Equipment and ExactEmerge planter technology is here to help you maximize your yield and efficiency, along with a proven 8 bushel per acre yield advantage because of the pinpoint accuracy of seed depth and placement. You can cover 50 acres per hour without compromising your stand. We know the risk of planting outside the optimal planting window, so don't let the weather control your bottom line. When you partner with AgriVision Equipment, you get access to the best service and technology support in the area. And visit any one of our 15 locations today to learn more about our large selection of new and used planters. AgriVision Equipment, focused on your future.
Lamar's top the third inning here. Is this game moving right along? Hadding fires in, gets a swing and a miss from Addie Kuntz, the pitcher for the Jays. Addie batting 185 on the season. She'll be followed by Sitzman and Ahrens. Top the third inning, 0-1 count, no outs. 0-1 pitch going to be hit to the right side. Maddie Johnson has it. Farquhar was late getting to first base, and Kuntz is going to reach on the miscommunication there from South O'Brien. So Kuntz is on first base runner for the Jays. You put the ball in play and good things can happen. That's going to bring up here Kennedy Sitzman, right-handed batter. So Jays here in the top third inning get their first base runner, and runners going to second, throw down. It's going to be safe. The throw was there in time. The tag just a little bit late. So Kuntz steals second. So Addie Kuntz on second base. Kennedy Sitzman with the chance to get a run in here, top of the third inning. No outs, 4-0 is our score. South O'Brien leading Gehlen Catholic. And here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit back up the middle. Nelson's got it. Fires the first, got the out. 6-3 put out. But that does move Addie Kuntz down to third base. So it's 4-0. Top the third inning. Jays batting with one out. Runner on third is Kuntz. And that's going to bring up Ellie Arns, the right fielder, batting 154 on the season. All right, Ellie Arns squares to bunt, and the pitch is going to be way high. So it'll be ball one. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Runner on third is Kuntz for the Jays. Jays looking for their first run of the ball game, trailing here 4-0 to South O'Brien. South O'Brien defense playing way in. 1-0 pitch is a ball. So 2-0 now. Arns did square to bunt that first time, didn't square to bunt that last time. 4 runs in for South O'Brien in that bottom of the first inning are scoring so far. Pitch gets in the dirt, gets past the catcher, and there's going to be the first run for the Jays as Addie Kuntz comes in to score on the wild pitch, as Ginger Neuenhaus just not able to keep that one in front of her. So it's 4-1 now. Top of the third inning with 1 out. So a run in for the Jays. 3-0 count here to Arns. Ellie Arns is going to hit the 3-0 right down to Johnson at first base, and she's just going to come down the baseline and tag her out. So a 3 unassisted. Maddie Johnson makes the play herself, and now there is 2 outs. It's going to come back to the top of the lineup for the Jays, Larissa Poland. She grounded out to Hadding, the pitcher, in that top of the first inning. First pitch is going to be a ball. So 1-0 to Larissa Poland, top of the third inning. 2 outs, 1 run in here for the Jays, trailing here 4-1. And the 1-0 pitch coming in, going to be high. 2-0 now. Poland batting over 400, 472 on the season. The leadoff batter for the Jays, right-handed batter, ready to go. 2-0 pitch. It's going to be fouled out of play. So 2-1 now is going to be our count here in this top of the third inning, as the sun's starting to set behind us a little bit here and getting in the shade, at least where we're broadcasting from here tonight for KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions. So 2-1 now to Larissa Poland. It's going to be low, 3-1. And so far, Hadding has not walked anybody, but that has kind of been her Achilles heel on the season. 91 walks and 90 innings pitched. 3-1 pitch coming in. It's going to be ball 4, and there's the first walk of the night to Larissa Pullen. So 2 outs, and the Jays get another runner on as Pullen's on first. It's going to bring up Aspen Mosher. She struck out, left-handed batter in that first inning. So South O'Brien brings the defense in. Reese Farquhar in deep there at third base. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch there from Hadding. Just caught the outside corner to left-handed batter Aspen Mosher. So 0-1. Hadding gets ahead. 4-1, top the third inning. South O'Brien leading. 0-1 pitch is going to be fouled towards the third base side of. So 0-2 now. Hadding gets ahead of Aspen Mosher, who struck out swinging in that first inning. Runner on first is Larissa Pullen. Addie Kuntz has already scored this inning for the Jays. With 2 outs now, 0-2 count. Back in. Here come 0-2 pitch. And they called a ball. And it looked like the runner's going to go to second there, but I was starting to say it looked like it was a half swing there from the batter Mosher, but called the ball. So 1-2 count here as Hadding gets ready to fire again. 1-2 pitch comes in. It's going to be popped up out of play right over our head, and it lands right in the chair behind us. Nice catch by the chair that's sitting behind us here. That was unoccupied. The count remains here 1-2. 2 outs, top the third inning. 4-1 South O'Brien leading Gehlen Catholic here in postseason softball action. Pulling on second. That pitch is going to be high, so it's going to even the count out. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the third inning. A runner on second is Larissa Pullen. She walked and got to second base on a stolen base. 2-2 pitch coming in from Hadding. Here we go, 2-2. It's going to be way high. Nice catch from Neuenhaus behind the plate. She had to get up for that one. So full count to Mosher. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hadding got ahead 0-2. Here's the 3-2. It's going to be high, ball 4. And Pullen got hung up between second and third, and a throwing error is going to allow Pullen to get to third base, and Mosher heads up, goes to second base. As Neuenhaus threw it down to third, but just not able to make the catch down there was Farquhar at third base. That's Reese Farquhar. So 2 runners on now, second and third. Got Pullen on third, Mosher on second, and that brings up Isabel Lammers, right-handed batter. So those 2 runners on were 2 walks by Hadding, and that those walks can come back to haunt you. There is 2 outs in the inning here in this top of the third. She swings at the first pitch. That's Isabel Lammers. She fouls it down the third baseline. So 0-1 count to Isabel Lammers. She struck out in that first inning swinging. 233 batter on the season. It does have 2 runners on with 2 outs, so as soon as contact's made, those runners will be off. That's Pullen on third, Mosher on second. 2 outs, top the third inning. 4-1. Our score, South O'Brien leading. And just a little bit high on that 0-1 pitch, so it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike now to Lammers. 2 outs, top of the third inning, 2 runners on. Jays do have 1 run in. Now just a slight breeze blowing. That feels good. And the pitch is going to be fouled back. 1-2. Boy, the air was just stagnant when we got here. Little shower had come through, and the humidity really picked up, but feels just a little bit better with that light breeze blowing. A good crowd on hand here in Lamar's. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lammers. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. High. Seems like if Hadding has missed, it has been higher most of the time, like in the upper part of the zone. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Isabel Lammers. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be high as well. Count's going to go full. Like I mentioned earlier, this has been the problem for Hatting, has been the walks. So full count now, 2 Lammers, 2 runners on. First base is open. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be chopped down to third base. Farquhar fires to first. And got her. Close play as Reese Farquhar throws out Isabel Lammers. The Jays do get 1 run in. Addie Kuntz scores with just 1 hit. So after 2.5 innings complete, it is South O'Brien 4, Gehlen Catholic 1. We'll be back here in 1 minute on KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Grain systems that boost your bottom line. That's the GSI difference. Give CS Agro Service in Calumet a call today at 712-446-2360.
All right, welcome back to Lamar's. Maddie Johnson led things off here, bottom of the 3rd inning for South O'Brien, and hit a high pop-up to center field. Just got under that a little bit, but was caught. So 1 out here in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Ginger Neuenhouse batting for the Wolverines. And Ginger's going to take another pitch. There's a ball. So 2-0 to Ginger Neuenhouse. She reached on a fielder's choice is what I put in that first inning. 2-0 pitch to Ginger. She's going to pop up. That's going to be towards center field. It's kind of in no man's land. It's going to fall in. Kind of a gift single there. She hit it high, but fell just in the grass behind the shortstop area. So a runner on for South O'Brien. And Neuenhouse going to go back to the dugout with the courtesy runner. Kelsey Warnicki going to run for her once again. Kelsey came around to score in that first inning. So it's 4-1, bottom of the 3rd inning. South O'Brien leading, 1 out here in this bottom of the 3rd. Alyssa Van Beek batting, Kelsey Warnicki on first base. Addie Kuntz ready to fire. And there's a strike and a throw down to second base. And boy, the ball beat her down there, but safe was the call, as I think she slid under the tag. A good call from the field umpire. I had a pretty good viewpoint from it. So Kelsey Warnicki safe at second base. 0-1 count here too. Alyssa Van Beek, the batter. 0-1 pitch, going to miss high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 out. Runner on second is Kelsey Warnicki. Over on AM 1440, Alta Aria leading MMCRU 1-0. Pitch is going to be fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Alyssa Van Beek, the center fielder for South O'Brien. Struck out looking in that bottom of the 1st inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-2 pitch is a changeup low and in the dirt. It's going to even the count out 2-2. Kelsey Warnicki getting a big lead on second base after the pitch and then running back quickly. 2-2 is the count here to Van Beek. 2-2 pitch. Going to be hit high down that right field line. It's going out of play and nobody can get to it. Second baseman had to run a long ways to get over there. Just not able to quite get there. Right fielder had a ways to run there too, so count remains here 2-2 to Alyssa Van Beek. Kelsey Warnicki on second for South O'Brien. 2-2 pitch getting ready to come. And strike 3 looking. In the upper part of the zone, Van Beek strikes out. And that's 2 outs now. So runner on second stays there. That's Kelsey Warnicki. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third inning. And that's going to bring up Marissa Ebel. Ebel had a double in that first inning. She hit the ball hard. Pitch is going to be high to Ebel. Marissa Ebel, right-handed batter, left fielder for South O'Brien. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. 4-1, South O'Brien leading yet over Gehlen Catholic. Ebel hits it high to right field. Right fielder coming in. She's got it. She's got the catch. So South O'Brien gets a single. 1 hit, but no runs come in. And after 3 complete, it is 4-1. South O'Brien leading Gehlen Catholic. Back in 1 minute. Fuller Digital Solutions and KCHE Classic Hits. Double H Transport is a trucking company located.
Primgar Chiropractic Clinic. Aching to see us? Neck pain, arm and leg pain, auto accidents, back pain, sports injuries, chronic pain, headaches, work injuries, and arthritis. Dr. Heather Eink can help patients of all ages get an adjustment to get their alignment in place. And there's a licensed massage therapist as well. And therapy services like ultrasound, muscle stem, and cold laser. Ask about foot levelers for orthotics. Find Primgar Chiropractic Clinic on Facebook and call for an appointment today.
A good bank can be much more than just the place you cash your checks. Savings Bank of Primgar has been serving farmers and small businesses for over 125 years, providing their customers with minimal fees, superior customer service, and the dependability that you just can't get from the big banks. Visit Savings Bank of Primgar today, where you're more than just a name. Or visit them online to see what they can do for you.
Up Abby Nelson, so a base hit here to lead things off for the Jays. That is Hallie Wallenbach. Hits a single right past Abby Nelson. So leadoff batter is on here for Gehlen Catholic here in this top of the fourth inning. South O'Brien leading 4-1. Jays get the leadoff batter on. That's going to bring up Emerson Schmidt. She grounded out to, or popped out to Maddie Johnson. She tries to bunt, offers at it, and misses, so strike 1 to Emerson Schmidt. Yeah, Maddie Johnson had that nice catch in that first inning down the, it was foul there down the first base side. Runner on first is the catcher, Hallie Wallenbach. Emerson Schmidt batting, second baseman for the Jays. Right-handed batter. 0-1 pitch. Is another strike. Hadding gets ahead here 0-2. And Neuenhaus kind of doubled over there. Now she's laughing. I'm not sure what happened there on that one. 0-2 count here to Emerson Schmidt. Wallenbach on first base for the Jays. Top the fourth, no outs. Runner on first. 0-2 pitch. It's going to be way high. Nice catch. And she tried to go to second as Wallenbach, and Neuenhaus fired down to second, and Wallenbach scampers back to first there quickly. Neuenhaus does have a great arm for the Wolverines, so got to be careful out there if you're a runner for the Jays. So Wallenbach on first, 0-2 count here, or 1-2 count, and it's going to be a base hit to right field. It wasn't hit hard, but to the right spot, and Warnicki and Peyton Farquhar kind of running into each other out there. If Maddie Johnson's not holding the runner on, it's right to her, but gets through for a single. So Wallenbach on second, Schmidt on first, and no outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Jay's got something cooking here, and that's going to bring up McKenna Langle. So 2 runners on, no outs, top of the fourth. 4-1's our score. South O'Brien leading. Squares the bunt. It's going to be high. Ball 1. Infield charging in for South O'Brien was Reese Farquhar and Maddie Johnson. Maddie Johnson at first, Reese at third base. 1-0 count to Langle. 2 runners on for the Jays. And that's hit to center field. It's going to fall in and throw to third. And just about got her as Van Beek threw it into third base. Just about got the runner. They had to hold up just for a second. So bases loaded here as Wallenbach's on third, Schmidt on second, Lango on first. That's going to bring up Addie Kuntz, who led things off last inning for the Jays and scored. Heather Struve coming out to the mound, talk to her Wolverines. I don't think there's going to be a change here. I think it's more or less just talking to them here for a minute. So 4-1 is our score. Top the fourth inning. No outs. Bases loaded here for the Jays. And Heather Struve talking to her South O'Brien girls out there about what they want to do here. Hasn't been hit real hard out there is Hadding on the mound, but pitches have just kind of fallen in the right places. All right, so Coach Heather Struve has her mound visit is over. And it looks like no changes made, just more or less talking to her team. So force out at any bag here. I'm sure that Coach Struve just wants to get the out. So Addie Kuntz steps back in. No outs, bases loaded here. Top the fourth inning, 4-1, South O'Brien leading the Jays. And Kuntz hits it high to right field. Warnicki's going back. She makes a nice catch over her shoulder and does get the out. But two runners are going to score as Warnicki's throw got away from Peyton Farquhar a little bit. Emerson Schmidt comes all the way from second base. So two runs come in for the Jays. Wallenbach from third and Schmidt from second. And that's going to make it 4-3. So sacrifice fly to right field. Scores two as Warnicki's throw into Peyton Farquhar got away from her and heads up running there from the base runner. So that brings up Kennedy. Is going to be a ball, gets away from Neuenhaus. Kennedy Sitzman, excuse me. All right, so runner advances to third on the wild pitch as it gets by Neuenhaus. So Lango on third base for the Jays could tie things up here in this top the fourth inning. It is 4-3. Jays got two in so far, one out, and the 1-0 pitch coming into Kennedy Sitzman. 1-0 pitch, just a little bit high, 2-0 now. 2 balls and no strikes to Kennedy Sitzman. 1 out, top the fourth inning, 2 runs in. South O'Brien leading here 4-3. That lead in danger with the runner on third base is Langle. 2-0 pitch coming in, be way high. And a nice catch from Ginger behind the plate. That one was up high. And Coach Struve, it'd be interesting to see how much longer she goes with Hadding on the mound here. 3-0 pitch. Hadding fires. That's going to get past Neuenhaus. Runner coming in. And Hadding didn't come home. It's quick enough, and that run's going to score easily, and that's a walk. So Kennedy Sitzman scores, or walks, and then Lango comes in to score. So worst case scenario there for South O'Brien, a wild pitch and a walk on the same pitch. And we're all tied up here 4-4 in the top of the fourth inning. Runner on first is Kennedy Sitzman. That brings up Ellie Arns, right-handed batter. She grounded out to Johnson at first base. First pitch is going to be high. I see Brooklyn Edwards is warming up along the first base dugout side there. I got to imagine it's going to be a short rope here on out for Hadding on the mound. 1-0 count here to Arns. 1-0 pitch coming in. It'll be fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edwards has, like I mentioned, pitched quite a bit for South O'Brien. Has done a nice job in relief. Brooklyn Edwards has pitched 53 innings for the Wolverines. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's a strike in there to Ellie Arns. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Ellie Arns. She is the 9th place batter in the lineup. On first base is Kennedy Sitzman. 3 runs in for the Jays. We're all tied up here in the top of the fourth. 4-4. And the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking. That one right down the pipe, and Aaron's watched that one go by. It's going to bring up Larissa Pullen. She reached on a walk last inning, got to third base. So 2 outs now with Poland batting. She's 0 for 1 officially on the night. Top the 4th inning, 4-4 is our score. She swings. That's hit down the right field line, just foul. Boy, that ball had some spin on it and lands foul down there. Just about another base hit for the Jays. They have 3 hits on the inning and a walk, 3 runs in. Got 2 runs in on a sacrifice fly. 4-4, top the 4th inning is our score. Gehlen Catholic and South O'Brien tied up here in softball action. Pitch is going to be hit right to Nelson. She's going to go to second and get the out herself. So fielder's choice, but that's going to end the inning. But a good inning for the Jays as they get 3 hits and 3 runs. After 3.5 complete, it is 4-4. Back in 1 minute. KCHE, Classic Hits, and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion. Great selection of gifts. And we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday. And let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
To go with it, Florida Dairy would like to wish the South O'Brien Wolverines the best of luck all season. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning, all tied up 4-4. Lamar's Gehlen Catholic, South O'Brien. Wolverines batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning, no outs. And a 1-1 count here to Brooklyn Edwards, a designated player. She had a single back in the 1st inning, her second at-bat here in this 4th inning. Jays scored 3 in the top of the 4th to tie things up. Pitch is going to be popped up, and Kuntz hasn't measured, and she has it. F1 pop-up, so 1 up, 1 down. South O'Brien had that great 1st inning, hit the ball hard, and haven't done a whole lot since that bottom of the 1st inning, where the Jays have come alive a little bit more. It's going to bring up Reese Farquhar. She grounded out to the 3rd baseman in that 2nd inning to lead things off. Reese Farquhar ready to go here again. And she's going to get ahead 2-0. Reese Farquhar, right-handed batter. Bottom of the 4th inning, we're all tied 4-4. Softball action here from Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. 1 out, 2-0 count to Reese Farquhar. There's a strike in there from Addie Kuntz. Addie Kuntz on the mound there for Gehlen Catholic. That's going to be hit to the 2nd baseman, gets by her. She went to her right and reached across with the glove. It gets by. So a base hit for South O'Brien. Reese Farquhar is on first base. So 1 out here at the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 runner on. That is Reese Farquhar on first. And that's going to bring up Abby Nelson, who grounded out to the pitcher, Kuntz, last time she was up. So bottom of the 4th inning, all tied up 4-4. South O'Brien does get a runner on. Here's the pitch into Nelson. That's going to be a base hit to right field, right over the right fielder's head. Gets away from the right fielder, and South O'Brien going to send the runner home, and she's going to score. Is Reese Farquhar. She comes all the way around to score. That ball was hit sharply. Took a wicked hop out there. Feel bad for the right fielder with that hop, Ellie Arns, and that's going to allow Nelson to get to second base. So South O'Brien gets a run right back here in this 4th inning and go back ahead 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 1 out, and Abby Nelson on second, and that's going to bring up Warnke. She squares the bunt and pulls back. That's going to be a ball. Carly Warnicki, 0 for 2 on the night, flew out to left field and struck out looking in the second. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1 out, 1-0 count to Carly Warnicki. Runner on second is Nelson. Warnicki bunts it. That thing dies right by the plate, and they get her out. So a sac bunt advances the runner. Abby Nelson goes to third. Warnicki was trying for a base hit. Probably wanted that bunt to go just a little bit further, but that thing literally died right in front of the plate. And now there's 2 outs. That's going to bring up Peyton Farquhar. She had a double that first inning. She stung the ball hard. Farquhar, she gets a line drive base hit right at the middle, and that's going to be a single. Score another run for the Wolverines. So Abby Nelson comes in to score, and South O'Brien comes right back with 2 runs here in the bottom of the fourth, and it's 6-4 now. South O'Brien leading Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. So if you like offense, this is the game for you so far. 6-4 is our score. South O'Brien leading Gehlen Catholic, bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. Maddie Johnson hits it right towards the shortstop. She knocks it down, but everyone's going to be safe. So Peyton Farquhar goes to second. Maddie Johnson on first, swinging at that first pitch. Ginger Neuenhaus takes off the catcher's equipment, and she's coming up to bat now for South O'Brien. Ginger, 2 for 2 on the night. 2 singles. Ginger has some power. 2 outs. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it right back into the stands here. So 2 runners on. Peyton Farquhar on second. Maddie Johnson on first for South O'Brien. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning. 2 runs in for the Wolverines. Gehlen Catholic tied it up 4-4. And now South O'Brien comes back and scores 2 and takes the lead. 0-1 pitch is a changeup in the dirt. And Peyton Farquhar getting a big lead at second. Kind of dancing around out there. Gets back. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Ginger Neuenhaus. 2 outs, 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Kuntz. That was a changeup or something. I think Neuenhaus way out in front of that one. Got a good one going in Cleghorn. Alta Araya MMCRU tied up 1-1 in softball action. That's on AM 1440. 1-2 pitch to Ginger. It's a changeup and way out ahead of that one, and fouls that one into the batting cage and netting down that third base side. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ginger Neuenhaus. 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth inning, 6-4. South O'Brien leading the Jays. 2 runs in here for the Wolverines. That's going to be hit to right field. That's in the gap. No one's going to catch that one. That's going to get all the way to the fence. 2 runs are going to come in to score. And Ginger Neuenhaus with a double and 2 RBIs as Peyton Farquhar and Maddie Johnson comes in. So just like that, South O'Brien comes back with 4 runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bats come back alive. South O'Brien scored 4 in the first, didn't do much of anything in the second and third, and now hitting the ball well again here in this bottom of the fourth inning. So it is 8-4. Maddie Johnson scoring and Farquhar scoring on that last double by Ginger Neuenhaus. And courtesy runner on second base is Kelsey Warnicki. That's going to bring up Alyssa Van Beek. She has struck out twice tonight, looking both times. And that first pitch just misses there. So 1-0 to Alyssa Van Beek, another senior for South O'Brien. Van Beek has fouled a lot of pitches off, but then ended up striking out looking both times. 1-0 pitch coming into Van Beek. Can be low. That gets away from the catcher. And that's going to allow Kelsey Warnicki to go to third. Tough pitch back there behind the plate for Wallenbach to handle. She did get in front of it, but the ball bounced sideways from her, allowed that to run her to advance. So 2-0 now to Alyssa Van Beek. 2-0 pitch, going to be high, 3-0. And looking at my score sheet here, I don't think Kuntz has walked anybody. No, she has not walked anybody tonight. She's fallen behind here, 3-0 to Van Beek. 3-0 pitch, There's a strike, catches the inside corner. So Kuntz comes back 3-1 now to Alyssa Van Beek, right-handed batter. Kelsey Warnicki on third. 8-4 is our score. 4 runs in. South O'Brien leading 8-4 over Gehlen. And there's a strike swinging. So now the count is full here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 runs in for South O'Brien, leading 8-4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Full count pitch coming in from Kuntz to Alyssa Van Beek. And ball 4. Just a little bit low. And that's going to bring up Marissa Ebel. She is the 8th batter of the inning. Ebel hit the ball really hard in that first inning, had a double. Flew out to right field in the 3rd inning. So 1 for 2 on the night for Ebel. She squares the bunt. And Van Beek is just going to jog down to second base. So 1-0. That pitch missed high. South O'Brien likes to do that fake bunt steal. So 2 runners on for Ebel. 1-0. She hits it to center field. Center fielder's going back. Makes the catch. That was hit fairly deep. But South O'Brien does get 4 runs in off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Score is 8-4 heading to the top of the 5th inning. Back 1 minute. KCHE Classic Hits and Fuller Digital Solutions. Dirt or rock hauling. Excavator service for
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
Aspen Mosher batting for Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. 0 for 1, has a strikeout and a walk. Left-handed batter, 0-1 count to her. She swings and fouls the first pitch off, and she's going to foul the second one off. Boy, that ball just about came back fair. It was spinning right down that third baseline, and Reese Farquhar touched it just foul. That thing was starting to come back, and Mosher would have been safe easily, but the count is 0-2 now. Top the 5th inning, South O'Brien leads 8-4 over Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. Top the 5th, no outs, 0-2 count here to Aspen Mosher. 0-2 pitch, low and outside. Shea Hadding back on the mound here for the 5th inning. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aspen Mosher. Top the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch going to be coming in here from Hadding. 1-2 is going to be low and outside. Count's going to even out 2-2. Whoever wins this game will get to go to Rims and St. Mary's on Wednesday, July 5th, to take on the Lady Hawks in softball action. 2-2 pitch coming in here to Aspen Mosher. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's dropped. Neuenhaus has it, fires the first, and got her. Oh, they're calling a foul ball. Brian Bodie calls a foul, saying Mosher just got a piece of that one. So throw for naught there. But count's going to remain 2-2 to Aspen Mosher, so she stays alive up there. Just got a piece of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, top the 5th inning. Coach Struve out here to talk with Brian Bodie about that call. So those two talking it out. She's thinking that didn't get a piece of it, but Don't think the call will be changed. Nope, so 2-2 is the account here to Aspen Mosher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, top the 5th inning, no outs. Gehlen Catholic, the visiting team here in Lamar's. 2-2 pitch coming in to Aspen Mosher. She's going to pop that one up. And Maddie Johnson makes the catch. A couple catches on the night for Johnson pop-ups. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. South O'Brien leading 8-4. Wolverines scored 4 in the first and 4 in the fourth. Jays scored 1 in the second, and 1 in the third and 3 in the fourth. So 1 out. That brings up Isabel Lammers. Right-handed batter takes ball 1 high. Lammers has struck out and grounded out here tonight. 1-0 count to Isabel Lammers. Top the 5th inning, 1 out. Lammers hits it high to center field. Van Beek takes a few steps in, and she's got it. Alyssa Van Beek, center fielder, squeezes that one, and there's 2 up, 2 down. It's kind of been that way tonight. Seems like either they score a few runs or they get nothing going. That's the same for both sides here. Jays had nothing going in the first and second. Scored a run in the third and 3 in the fourth. And now 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth. And that brings up Hallie Wallenbach, the catcher. Wallenbach takes a strike from Hadding. So 0-1 here to Hallie Wallenbach. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 8-4. South O'Brien leading the Jays. 0-1 pitch coming in. That's going to be a base hit. Oh, no. Just foul. I thought it was going to be a hit from my angle, but no. It does go foul down that line. So no balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 up, 2 down so far for the Jays. Wallenbach looking to get a base hit for the Jays, get something going here in this top of the 5th inning for the Jays of Gehlen Catholic. And Hadding tries the changeup. It's going to be high. 8-4 once again. Top the 5th inning. 8-4 is our score. South O'Brien leading Gehlen Catholic. 1-2 count here to Wallenbach. 2 outs, no runners on. And the 1-2 pitch. Another off-speed pitch, and it's going to miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So back-to-back attempts there with the changeup. And the count evens out here. 2-2 to Wallenbach. 2-2 pitch coming in. Swing and a miss on the fastball. The Jays go down 1-2-3 here in the 5th. We'll be back in 1 minute. KCHE Classic Hits and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Are you building a new home or remodeling your...
When was the last time you reviewed your insurance policies? Hi, this is Kent Faust, and our goal at South O'Brien Insurance is to provide the broadest coverage at the most affordable cost. Insurance has changed dramatically over the years, and now, more than ever, a comparison may be to your advantage. Call South O'Brien Insurance today to see what we can do for you.
The community agency knows the internet is evolving, taking new twists and turns. It's a journey to experience with the fastest internet speeds available. Contact TCA. Connect to the speed you need and enjoy the ride.
For over 130 years, Iowa State Bank is a proud supporter of all our area high school sports teams.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Welcome back here to Lamar's. Bottom of the 5th inning. South O'Brien leading Lamar's Gehlen Catholic 8-4. South O'Brien once again the home team. And it looks like off to our south here, some cloud development happening. So glad we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like a pitching change for the Jays. Kennedy Paulson out there. Let's look up Kennedy's stats here. Kennedy has pitched in 15 games. She's pitched 64 innings and has a 5.2 ERA. Right-handed pitcher for the Jays. Kennedy Polson. Brooklyn Edwards leads things off for South O'Brien, takes ball 1. Edwards started that, or led off last inning, I guess. She didn't start anything. She popped out, but Edwards takes ball 2. So 2-0 to Brooklyn Edwards. She is 1 for 2 on the night. Had a single in the first and a pop out in the fourth. Brooklyn Edwards, the designated player in the lineup tonight, hits it right back up the middle, deflects off the pitcher, and that's going to go into the outfield. So a base hit there for Brooklyn Edwards, as Paulson couldn't handle it, and then it deflected over to the shortstop, Kennedy Sitzman, and it kind of took a weird hop on her and got to the outfield. So Halverson going to pinch run for Edwards. This is Avery Halverson, a freshman. So Avery Halverson pinch running, and that's going to bring up Reese Farquhar. Reese 1 for 2. Reese grounded out to the third baseman in the first and got a single last inning. Reese, the younger sister of Peyton Farquhar. So no outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Avery Halverson on first. A bunt down from Reese. Fired to first, and they drop the ball. She's going to be safe. Boy, the Jays had her, but didn't make the catch at first base. So 2 runners on now. The error there on the Jays. All right. 8-4 is our score. 2 runners on for South O'Brien. Nelson squares the bunt and misses. So 2 runners on. Brooklyn Edwards reached on a single. She's being pinched run for by Avery Halverson. Farquhar on first. Reese Farquhar. Abby Nelson, 0-1 count. No outs here. Bottom of the fifth inning. South O'Brien leading 8-4. Nelson tries to bunt and fouls that back. So she tries 2 bunt attempts and unsuccessful to get the bunt down. So now 0-2 to Abby Nelson. No outs, bottom of the fifth. 2 runners on. 0-2 count to Abby Nelson. South O'Brien leading 8-4. 0-2 pitch, going to be high. So both runners staying put there. Nice catch from the catcher Wallenbach. 1-2 count to the 9th place batter in the lineup, Abby Nelson. She does have a single, and she's going to swing and miss, strike 3. So a big strikeout there. Kennedy Paulson gets a strikeout. All right, so Abby Nelson and Carly Warnicki changing helmets there, as that'll bring up Carly Warnicki, left-handed batter. She is 0 for 2. A pop-out and a strikeout and a sacrifice tonight. Ball outside to Carly Warnicki, leadoff batter for the South O'Brien Wolverines in the lineup. She's batting for the 4th time here tonight. 0-1 count to Carly Warnicki. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. She squares the bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Carly Warnicki, the batter. 2 runners on. Avery Halverson on second. Reese Farquhar on first for the Wolverines. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. High. So 2-1 now to Carly Warnicki. South O'Brien scored 4 in the first and 4 in the fourth. So they've scored 4 runs both times that they've scored. Second and third innings, no runs. Warnicki hits it to center field. Center fielder going back. Has it. It's caught. That's going to be 2 outs. Center fielder's been busy out there tonight. Aspen Mosher, nice catch. So 2 outs now for South O'Brien here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Inning started out pretty promising with 2 runners on, no outs, and now back-to-back outs. So 2 outs, Peyton Farquhar batting. Farquhar takes high. She's been swinging at the first pitch tonight quite a bit. She has a double and a single and a fly out to right field. So 1-0 count to Peyton Farquhar, 2 outs. And 0-1's going to be foul, hit off the light pole. And the catcher gets out of the way of it. And everyone got a chuckle out of that one. She was kind of scared of it almost. 1 ball, 1 strike to Peyton Farquhar, 2 outs. Avery Halverson on second. Farquhar on first, and Peyton hits a grounder to third base, hits off. She can't field it. She kept it in front of her, but hit off of Poland there at third base, and everyone's going to be safe. She hit it hard, and it bounced off her in front of her. And here in softball, you got to be quick as these plays can happen quickly. 8-4 is our score. Bases loaded for Maddie Johnson. So bases are loaded. Halverson on third, Reese Farquhar on second, Peyton Farquhar on first, and Maddie Johnson batting. Oh, Johnson takes a big rip at the changeup and misses. Good pitch there from Kennedy Polson on the mound. All right, Johnson back in. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Runners will be off with contact. Johnson fouls that one back. Hits into a tree behind the fence here. 0-2 to Maddie Johnson. 2 outs, bases loaded. Runners will be off with contact. South O'Brien had 2 runners on with no outs, and now just a strike away from not able to do anything here. 0-2 is going to miss high and outside. Halverson on third. She's running for Brooklyn Edwards. Reese Farquhar on second. Peyton Farquhar on first. 1-2 pitch coming into Johnson. Just hits a little dribbler back to the pitcher. Pitcher fires to first and got her. 1-3 put out. South O'Brien, bases loaded, but not able to get any runs in. We'll be back here in 1 minute on KCHE Classic Hits and Forward Digital Solutions for the top to 6. We're all tied, or excuse me, we're not tied up. It's 8-4, South O'Brien leading Lamar's Gehlen Catholic.
Probably the biggest thing that we do a little bit different than a lot of schools is the live work side of the world. So when we teach our students, we actually, if you look around the shop and see what they're working on, in most cases it's a customer car, and so they get real world application.
Our engineering design program is basically drawing components, manufacturing of the components, and then we get into the inspection of the components. So they got to create it, make it, and inspect it just as they would in industry.
AgriVision Equipment and ExactEmerge planter technology is here to help you maximize your yield and efficiency, along with a proven 8 bushel per acre yield advantage because of the pinpoint accuracy of seed depth and placement. You can cover 50 acres per hour without compromising your stand. We know the risk of planting outside the optimal planting window, so don't let the weather control your bottom line. When you partner with AgriVision Equipment, you get access to the best service and technology support in the area. And visit any one of our 15 locations today to learn more about our large selection of new and used planters. AgriVision Equipment, focused on your future.
To Lamar's, Kyle Jorgensen here for KCHE Sports and Fuller Digital Solutions. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Top the 6th inning, 8-4, South O'Brien leading Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. As Shea Hadding back on the mound, ready to work, and ground ball to Nelson at short. She fires the first, and there is the out as Emerson Schmidt grounds out. So a 6-3 put out as Schmidt grounds out to Nelson at shortstop with the throw over to first base. It's going to bring up McKenna Langle, the designated player for the Jays. 1 for 2 on the night, a strikeout and a single. Top the 6th inning, 1 out. South O'Brien leading here 8-4 over the Jays. Grounder to Reese Farquhar at third. She fires the first. A little bit high, but Johnson able to come back down with it. And quickly, 2 outs this inning. Half inning moving here quickly. 2 outs. That's going to bring up Kennedy Paulson, the pitcher. She came in relief for Addison Kuntz. So top the 6th inning. Here's Paulson batting. Hadding on the mound. 2 outs. Top the 6th inning. And that pitch is going to hit in the dirt off of Brian Bodie in the background. All right, 1-0 count here to Paulson. That's going to be in the ground again, way short. So back-to-back pitches of in the dirt way before the plate there from Hadding. So 3-0 count here to Paulson. Or no, 2-0. I think the scoreboard's wrong. Yep, 2-0 count Top the 6th inning, 8-4, South O'Brien leading, 2 outs. 2-0 pitch coming in here to Kennedy Paulson. And now it's going to be 3-0. Maybe the scoreboard operator knew that ahead of time. All right, 3-0 count here to Paulson. She came in relief pitching. 3-0 pitch is going to be high, ball 4. So Kennedy Paulson walks. And we're going to have a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner looks like it's going to be Addison Kramer. Addison Kramer running for the pitcher, Kennedy Paulson. That's going to bring up Kennedy Sitzman, shortstop. Kennedy 0 for 1 officially, a ground out and a walk. So 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Going to be high. So Hadding got those first 2 outs on just a couple of pitches and now has been unable to find the strike zone as she walked Paulson and now falls behind 1-0 here to Kennedy Sitzman. And now 2-0. So Hadding just had those moments throughout the year. She's really good, but has those moments of just not able to throw strikes. 2-0 count here to Kennedy Sitzman. 3-0. And I see action over there as Brooklyn Edwards going back over there to warm up again. All right, 3-0 count here to Kennedy Sitzman. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. So now 8 pitches in a row out of the strike zone. So Brooklyn Edwards warming up again for South O'Brien along that first base side. 2 runners on for the Jays via the walk. Addison Kramer on second. Kennedy Sitzman on first. And first pitch is going to be fouled out of play from Ellie Arns. So Hadding gets a strike. Ellie Arns has grounded out to Maddie Johnson at first and struck out here tonight so far. Top the 6th inning. 8-4, 2 outs. 0-1 count here to Ellie Arns. And that pitch is going to miss 1-1. South O'Brien leading 8-4, but Jays have 2 runners on. Ellie Arns, 1-1 count, 2 outs. After her will be the top of the lineup. So your South O'Brien, you would like to get this batter. Pitch is going to miss high again, 2-1. Here comes head coach Heather Struve. Oh, no, I thought she was going to come out for a mound visit, but just giving a little instruction out there to Edwards. All right, 2-1 count to Ellie Arns. 2-1 pitch coming in. Ball again, 3-1. 3-1 count now. Brooklyn Edwards continues to warm up on the sidelines there for South O'Brien. 3-1 pitch coming into Arns. Ball 4. She walks the bases loaded. Here comes head coach Heather Struve and Edwards right behind her. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a minute timeout. Back in 1 minute on Fuller Digital Solutions and KCHE Classic Hits 92.1 FM.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. As members of your community, we get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we're the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it.
In Primgar, your Farm Bureau agent is Danielle Rader.
#1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2018 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
change for South O'Brien. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. Hadding got 2 outs real quickly. A ground out by Mosher by Schmidt and Langle. And then she walked the bases loaded. So now Brooklyn Edwards into pitch. Top to 6th inning, 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Larissa Poland. Poland looking for her first hit of the night. Has a great opportunity here. Bases loaded. Tough spot for Edwards to come in. And she starts her off with the changeup and gets a strike. So big changeup there from Poland. Or from, Edwards to Poland. 0-1 count to Poland. Ball outside, 1-1. That game in Cleghorn is in the bottom of the 7th inning. Alta Aurelia leads MMCRU 2-1 with 1 out. So Warriors just a couple outs away from getting the win. 1-1 pitch coming in is low to Poland. 2-1 count here from Edwards to Poland. Brooklyn Edwards in relief for Shea Hadding. 2 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, 2 outs. Top to 6th inning, 8-4 is our score. South O'Brien leading. 2-1 pitch inside, ball 3. South O'Brien in danger of walking a run in here as Edwards got ahead 0-1, but now falls behind 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Poland. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. There's a strike. Oh, and Poland threw the bat thinking it was ball 4. And she's got to get the bat back. So now we have a full count to Larissa Poland. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top to 6th inning, bases loaded. The Jays are trailing by 4. So a base hit here or any contact runner is going to be off. A couple of runs probably would come in. 3-2 pitch coming in. Going to be fouled, out of play. Now we got a battle at the plate here. Full count. Once again, South O'Brien got 2 outs right away and then walked the bases loaded. Edwards in relief of Hadding. 3-2 count to Poland. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs, 3-2. Popped up down the right field side and just foul. And that was right behind the first base side and into the grass area, but just foul territory as Carly Warnicki and Peyton Fark were running after it. Neither one of them could get to it. So 3-2 count here once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Larissa Poland. Bases loaded. 8-4 is our score. Top to 6th inning, 3-2 pitch. That's going to be a base hit down the right side. That's going to score 1 run in. 2 runs are in. And now she's going to second base, and she's out. They get her in a rundown. 2 runs come in to score, though, on the single. So it's going to be 8-6. It's going to be our score as Addie Kramer came in to score and Kennedy Sitzman. So 8-6 is our score as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Back in 1 minute, KCHE Classic Hits and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Primgar Chiropractic Clinic. Aching to see us? Neck pain, arm and leg pain, auto accidents, back pain, sports injuries, chronic pain, headaches, work injuries, and arthritis. Dr. Heather Eink can help patients of all ages get an adjustment to get their alignment in place. And there's a licensed massage therapist as well. And therapy services like ultrasound, muscle stem, and cold laser. Ask about foot levelers for orthotics. Find Primgar Chiropractic Clinic on Facebook and call for an appointment today.
A good bank can be much more than just the place you cash your checks. Savings Bank of Primgar has been serving farmers and small businesses for over 125 years, providing their customers with minimal fees, superior customer service, and the dependability that you just can't get from the big banks. Visit Savings Bank of Primgar today, where you're more than just a name, or visit them online to see what they can do for you.
The 6th inning as Ginger Neuenhaus grounds out to the third baseman of the Jays. That's Larissa Poland. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. South O'Brien leading 8-6. Jays got 2 in that last inning to tighten things up. So 8-6 is our score. And Van Beek swings and misses at that pitch there. Kennedy Paulson on the mound. Came in to pitch for Addie Kuntz. This is her second inning of work. So Van Beek fouls that one down the line, and it is 0-2 to Alyssa Van Beek. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1 out, 0-2 count to Alyssa Van Beek. South O'Brien leads 8-6 over Gehlen Catholic. Winner will play Wednesday night against Remsen St. Mary's. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strikeout, and Van Beek goes down swinging. So 2 outs here quickly. And this 6th inning, bottom of the 6th inning, and that's going to bring up Marissa Ebel. Ebel in the box ready to go, 2 outs. First pitch coming into Marissa. Hits it right back to Paulson. She's got it. Fires the first. 1-3 put out. And a quick 1-2-3 inning. South O'Brien goes down in order. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. South O'Brien 3 outs away from heading to Remsen on Wednesday night. Back in 1 minute. KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Broadway Marketplace, Polina. New styles, new decor, new vibe. You can find it all at Broadway Marketplace, Polina. Here's a look at what we have on display now. We have a full-service floral shop for any occasion. Great selection of gifts. And we offer private classes. We do wedding installs too, and more. Find us on Facebook. Visit our store downtown Polina Wednesday through Saturday. And let us know how we can help you. You'll always find something you love at Broadway Marketplace.
What does EverTech mean to you?
It means internet made real easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, it means no limits.
Well, they are a lot more than just great internet. They have served rural Northwest Iowa internet customers for more than 30 years.
It means solid internet at a great price. And it's dependable too. With 24/7 tech support, we know we're always covered.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. Get EverTech's no limits internet in 20 counties in Northwest Iowa.
All right, welcome back here. Postseason action, top the 7th inning. And South O'Brien, like I said, 3 outs away from moving on. And top the 6th inning, Wolverines leading 8-6. And an 0-1 count now to Aspen Mosher. She fouls one back. So 8-6 is our score. Top the 7th inning, no outs. Aspen leading off for the Jays. Brooklyn Edwards on the mound for South O'Brien. And she fouls it back, so 0-2 count now. I think that one got a piece of Ginger behind the plate. Looked like she was grimacing a little bit as it came back there. So 0-2 count now to Aspen Mosher. Top the 7th inning, 8-6 is our score. Been some good hitting here tonight from the Mars. 0-2 pitch, fouls another one back. So 0-2 count will remain the same. 0-2 here to Aspen Mosher, left-handed batter for the Jays. Aspen has struck out, walked, and popped out tonight. She is in the second batter of the lineup, so she'll be followed by Isabel Lammers and Hallie Wallenbach. And Edwards tries a change-up, and that one kind of slipped out of her hand about partway up to the plate there. So 1-2 count now to Aspen Mosher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch coming in. Strike 3 swinging. And throw down to first base. Strikeout is completed. So 1 up, 1 down. If you're South O'Brien, you like that start to this inning. So 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. South O'Brien 2 outs away from moving on. It's going to bring up Isabel Lammers. Altaria defeats MMCRU in softball. MMCRU softball season is over. There's a strike in there to Isabel Lammers. So 2-1 final there in Cleghorn. Altaria moves on. They'll play Sioux Central in softball on Wednesday. 0-1 pitch. It's going to miss. So 1-1 count now to Isabel Lammers. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top the 7th inning. South O'Brien 2 outs away from moving on. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be popped up. Should be caught. Edwards has it. Edwards takes it herself. So 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down. That's going to bring up Hallie Wallenbach. Once again, Alta Araya defeats MMCRU 2-1. They'll play Sioux Central on Wednesday night. Sioux Central, a good club. Congratulations to the Warriors defeating MMCRU in softball. Postseason action, 1 and done. If you lose, you're done. 2 outs here in Lamar's. The pitch is going to be grounded up the middle. That's a base hit. Wallenbach hits it right up the middle. So Hallie Wallenbach on base for the Jays, and the tying run will come to the plate for the Jays and Emerson Schmidt. So runner on first is Wallenbach. Top the 7th inning. I thought there was going to be a courtesy runner, but no, it looks like Wallenbach going to stay on first. All right, that brings up Emerson Schmidt. She has a single. She's 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch from Edwards is high. 1-0 to Emerson Schmidt. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. South O'Brien leading 8-6. Runner on first for the Jays. So tie the potential tying run batting. There's a strike from Edwards in that upper part of the zone. Brian Bodie behind the plate, been calling that pitch the same all night long here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 8-6 is our score. That pitch is going to be high. So it's 2-1 now to Emerson Schmidt. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top the 7th inning. Runner on first is Wallenbach. South O'Brien leading 8-6 over the Jays. 2-1 pitch coming in. There's another ball, 3-1. And if you're Edwards here, you just want to throw a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top the 7th inning. Edwards on the mound. Brooklyn Edwards came in relief of Hadding. 3-1 pitch, strike, swinging. Full count now. Runner on first will be off with the pitch. She doesn't really matter. You just want to get this batter out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top the 7th inning. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3. South O'Brien is going to get the victory here tonight over Lamar's Gehlen Catholic 8-6 as Schmidt strikes out. Brooklyn Edwards gets the save for South O'Brien in relief of Shea Hadding, who'll pick up the win on the mound for South O'Brien. Wolverines advance here tonight 8-6 with the win over Lamar's Gehlen Catholic. We'll take one more break. We'll come back with a recap. Back in 1 minute here on KCHE Classic Hits and Fuller Digital Solutions.
General Contracting, providing blue-collar work for blue-collar people. Brian Williams founded the company after a lifetime of construction trade experience. His goal, to bring a better experience at a better price. No cutting corners on the job, yet still the lowest price. He is a hard-working blue-collar guy making an honest living by providing work for blue-collar people. Contact Williams General Contracting in Calumet today by calling Brian at 712-229-2064.
As a parent, you have a choice in your child's education. Zion St. John Lutheran School believes all children deserve a quality, well-rounded education with a curriculum written with a biblical worldview. With a student-teacher ratio of 8-1, you can be sure your child's specific learning styles are met. Zion St. John offers affordable pricing with tuition assistance and is open to all denominations. For more information of the benefits Zion St. John Lutheran School can offer your child, visit their website or give them a call today.
Lamar's as South O'Brien has just defeated Lamar's Gehlen Catholic 8-6 here. South O'Brien, the home team on the scoreboard, so top the 7th inning. Jays not able to tie the game up, so that is our ball game. South O'Brien came out, scored 4 in the first inning. Gehlen Catholic scored 1 in the third and 3 in the fourth. That tied things up 4-4. South O'Brien came right back and scored 4 more runs there in that fourth inning, and they took the victory there 8-4. South O'Brien had some good hitting there from Peyton Farquhar tonight. She had a double and a single. Maddie Johnson, a double, single. Ginger Newenhouse, 2 singles and a double. Marissa Ebel, a double. Brooklyn Edwards, 2 singles. Reese Farquhar, a single on the night. So Shea Hadding picks up the win for South O'Brien. Brooklyn Edwards comes in relief, gets the save. South O'Brien Wolverines moving on. They'll take on Remsen St. Mary's in Remsen on Wednesday night. You'll hear that game right here on KCHE. You'll also hear Remsen St. Mary's baseball. Tomorrow night, we got baseball action for you. Cherokee Braves taking on Maple Valley Antonoto Charter Oak U in Holstein. That game at 5 o'clock. That'll be right here on 92.1 FM with Neil Cruz. He has a doubleheader. He'll also have Ridgeview and OABCIG to follow. And then on AM 1440 tomorrow night, you'll hear MMCRU taking on South O'Brien. That game on AM 1440 with Tim Holmes. Thanks for joining us here tonight. South O'Brien picks up the win. They'll move on, and we're going to send her back to the station. Have a great night.
Hey, this is Dr. Vandaloon, and I love working with your family.
Hi, my name is Molly Pitts, and I recommend the Vandaloons because they're always willing to work around busy schedules for the best care.
Your family is our family at Sioux Valley Family Health.
When it's time for supper, so many choose